What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. I'm here. I just got out of the movie theater from seeing Avengers Endgame, and I just wanted to share with you all just this movie was awesome. It was absolutely phenomenal. I can't. The comic books, you'll love this. I know a lot of things I've been wanting to see in these movies, and review was actually. It's not that he gave a bad review. He just said like basically like the first two movie were like a little slow movie, and the third act was there was a couple of things in there. I mean, sure, it could have, it oh, okay, I'll be back. According to this, it says it's still working, but I can't see anything. Let me see here. And if you're here watching, I apologize. This thing gonna come back up? Okay, there we go. It's still up. Okay, maybe I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I guess things just aren't working out right on my computer here, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, sorry about that. Again, thank you all for being here. But yes, this movie, man. Oh, 3 hours, man. This was and believe me, it was a long 3 hours too. It wasn't by any means easy. It's so funny. Like when I go to the movies, this rarely ever happens. It's so funny. Everybody made a big thing about the bathroom breaks. I very rarely ever go to the movies. And like before the movie started, I went to the restroom. I hadn't, I'm sure I had some fluids before we went, but like we got about 90 minutes into the movie, and like I had to go, and it just didn't go away. And you know what? I toughed it out, man. I toughed out that last 90 minutes, and I made it. And oh man, it was totally worth it. That movie was so, man, like I said, they did so many things right in this movie. So many things right. I mean, there were some things that, of course, no movie. I don't know that there's a perfect movie out there. I just don't. But this movie, once again, the Russo brothers have outdone themselves. So many great things in this movie. So many things that I wanted to see that I got to see. So many things that, man, I don't know. When it comes to like all our predictions and everything we thought was gonna go on, there are some things that didn't happen that I thought were gonna happen. Of course, there were some things that didn't that I thought were, and that's just fine. It was really, really good. And I think one of the things I was most disappointed about was, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give you spoilers here. I'm just here to tell you that you guys gotta go see this movie. Man, this movie was so good. Long movie. Everything about this film was great. Now, as far as it being better than Infinity War or any of the other movies out there, oh man, it's really hard to say. And to me, it's really hard to say when it comes to like Infinity War or Endgame, or really even kind of the Avengers movie. It's a different ball game that we're talking about here, because when we're talking about these movies, we're talking about something that's like a culmination of things coming together at once. You know what I mean? So it's hard to really compare Iron Man or Captain America or Thor. It's hard to compare any of those to like an Avengers movie or anything like that, because they are a built universe. They've got everything built around them to make it good. So was this movie better than any of those? There's just so much going on in it. I have to say yes. But when I do my video of MCU breakdowns, like on not breakdowns, but I guess my MCU movie ranking list, I was getting ready to do one recently. I'm like, well, we're getting ready to hit the new movie, so I might as well just wait. In that case, I might as well wait till after Far From Home too, right? No, I'm just kidding. But I was looking at it, and like the Avengers movies on my list of like in my ranking list of the movies, the Avengers movies aren't like the highest ones on there. There's actually solo films on there ahead of that. And when you see my video, you'll be quite surprised when you see my ranking list. I think you might be surprised. Obviously, everybody has personal taste and things like that. But this movie was really good. I can't. And I've gotten tickets to go see it again tomorrow, and again on Saturday, then again on Sunday. And after I got done watching it the first time, I was kind of like, man, those those viewings are going to be. I hate to say I don't know what I got myself into, because I do know what I got myself into, but it's going to be. It's not going to be easy, man. This is a lot. There's just so much to consume in this movie, just so much to absorb. And I guess in the end, that's the one thing I'm glad about, is that I did secure all my tickets to go see it all this weekend, so I can try to take it all in, because there's just so many things happening in this movie. You know what? I'm actually left with some questions. Okay, there's some questions I have about some of the things that happen in the movie too, and I'm like, ooh, just like, because the questions that I have, the answers that I have to them, I mean, they blow my mind. Okay, they blow my mind. I'm like, what's going on here? What's been set up? What they've done here is, there's so many places to go from here. So many places to go. And oh man, I really can't. It's funny, you've been seeing reviews and everything for the past few days from people, and I get what they're saying when it would be hard to review this movie without giving away any spoilers, without anything spoiling anything. I mean, all you can really say is this movie is excellent. You should go see it. If you liked Avengers Infinity War, you will like this one. Bunch of stuff in it, and of course, I mean, if you don't know anything that's happened in the movies, you can still go watch this movie. But for those of us who have been there from the very beginning, from Iron Man to the Incredible Hulk to Iron Man 2 to Thor to Captain America to the Avengers to Iron Man 3 to Thor the Dark World to Captain America, the Winter Soldier, to Guardians of the Galaxy, to the Avengers Age of Ultron. You see where I'm getting at here? You see where I'm going with this? I'm going through all the sequels as they're coming out. As you go through all these, we get the Ant-Man, get Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man, and Black Panther. Man, just... Oh, man. It was a lot to take in. It really was a lot to take in, and they culminated it really good. It's really good, and the thing is, oh man... I can't really say. There's just so many places that it can go from here. So many things that they've set up in the MCU that pay off in this movie, but yet they don't pay off because you haven't got the end result of them all yet. There are still things, narrative threads left out there, even ones they touched on in this movie that they've touched on in the past, and things like that, oh man, where are they going to go from here? There are things that happen in the movie that happen in the comic books, and I'm not even talking like a little bit, like a lot of these, we see as like adaptations of comic books into films, and they don't follow exactly the comic book. Well, there's some things that happen here. I was like, holy crap! Like, this is like literally like almost exactly like in the comic books. Almost exactly like in the comic books. And to me, that was something that was so cool to see, because I had an idea when the movie came out that there was something, and I talked about it in a video here a couple of days ago. I was like, maybe this happens, and maybe. And, after watching the movie, I'm thinking, maybe, actually, just maybe, I might have been right about that, because maybe what I suggested could actually happen, could be happening, because you see by the end of the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. Some of the things that happen in the movie that have... Man, I want to give spoilers so bad. I just wish I could sit here and talk about everything about the movie. But overall, the movie was really good. You have to go see it. All these characters that we spent all this time with, building up and getting to know, it really paid off. Robert Downey Jr., his Iron Man, did absolutely phenomenal. Chris Hemsworth Thor was absolutely great. I think people are gonna love it. Robert Downey Jr. too, with Iron Man and Tony Stark. They're gonna love what's happened there. Chris Evans with Captain America, like it was really good. It was good. Oh man, yeah, Chris Evans was good. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, damn, excellent. excellent. I want to scream into this microphone. I just do. Excellent work. Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, phenomenal. Oh man, he did such a great job as Hawkeye in this movie, in his role. Excellent. Can't speak it up. Mark Ruffalo did a good job, and Mark Ruffalo did a really good job in the movie. Just the whole cast, everybody that was there. Paul Rudd, man, Paul Rudd. Like, in case you guys don't already know, I love Paul Rudd. I love the Ant-Man movies, and Paul Rudd, for me, man, he just comes in and he steals the movie, steals the scenes that he's in. He nailed it. I think he was the first one to draw tears from me in the movie. Like, he was the first one that started jerking him, and it's just because that's Paul Rudd, man. I don't know. We've got, I mean, in these Marvel Cinematic Universe films, we've got excellent actors and actresses in these movies, and I'm talking like high caliber talent in these movies, and still Paul Rudd stands out from all of these people. Absolutely, just, I don't know. And you know, and that's, I guess that's one thing in all these films that's been so great, is all these actors have come in and really embrace these characters and kind of become these characters, or is it the characters that become them? I don't know where that line is, but for Paul Rudd, I mean, I think he's one of the best ones in the MCU at doing what he does, and maybe it's just because he was well cast for that role. He was perfectly put for that role. You know, I remember seeing something on Facebook here not too long ago about Zachary Levi had originally tried out to be Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy, and that would be good too. I think that works too, but you know, it comes down to just like all the people that have been cast in these movies just embody these roles so well. Getting back to it, man, Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts. Excellent job. One of my favorites, Karen Gillan. Excellent job as Nebula. Oh my God, Josh Brolin, Thanos. Oh, I'm telling you, all these people in these movies, they've all come together at the right time, just for the right movie. Hell, I mean, people hate so much on Captain Marvel and everything, and I get it. Brie Larson even came in this movie, was great in it. And by the way, there was a review I actually watched out there not too long ago. Popular person that does a lot of reviews, and they were talking about Captain Marvel and her role in the movie and stuff about some, I don't know, like representation stuff. Not even representation, like LGBTQ, you know, just that stuff, and talking about how she came out and flaunted some of that stuff. And I was watching the movie and I'm like, I didn't even see it. I don't even know, like, this review that I'm talking about said this thing in the review, and I'm like, did I miss something? Did I actually get up and go to the bathroom when I needed to and missed something in the movie? Because I didn't see anything that she alluded to with any of that stuff whatsoever. I mean, if you've seen it, let me know down in the comments below. But let me know without spoiling it, because I didn't see anything in there like that whatsoever. Again, more the people embodying the roles, man. I thought Brie Larson did a good job. Obviously, Chadwick Boseman came in and just all the characters. I mean, everybody they've gotten in all of these movies have done just such an excellent job, and it's all culminated in this movie. And everybody that's in the movie does such a great job, man. And the thing is some of them weren't even in it really long enough to do like a great job. But I mean, we see what they've done in these roles before. And I don't know, I guess that's just something the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done, is perfectly cast these movies. They've done such a great job. Got all the right people in the right roles doing what they need to be doing. They got the right directors, they got the right screenwriters. You know, I will say there was some of the CG in the movie. For the most part, it was really good, but there was just a couple of minor scenes where things happened, and I was kind of like, that doesn't seem like, I mean, with everything they've done, it just didn't quite seem up to par. And it was only in a few spots where I noticed it wasn't completely, almost seamless, I guess, and just a couple shots. But other than that, it was a really well done film. directing, acting, just everything about it. Now, the one thing I did notice too is it seems like, and as much of it was in the movie, was like the soundtrack to the movie. At some points, it almost seemed like it wasn't there. Like it was just kind of, not even dead air because there's so much going on. I mean, maybe it was just too dramatic or action packed or whatnot that kind of I was just distracted from the actual soundtrack. But it was really good. It was really good. The 3 hours went by so fast. While you're there, just go to the restroom. Make sure you're there and you can sit down and get comfortable. You know, maybe get there early as you can to get your seat and everything. Get comfortable. Make yourself one with the seat, and be ready for 3 hours. I mean, it flies by just like Infinity War did, man. You know, Infinity War, it was obviously shorter than this one, but same thing. There's just so much going on that the time just flies by. Another thing I was happy about this, and it was something, and this isn't spoiler neither. It was something I talked about before. The movie was I expected these two movies, basically Infinity War and Endgame, to be kind of like Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2 were, where like the first one had all the action, so you know, had the action and it had some story in there, but then the second one you come back and it's got all the action in it. It just doesn't have as much as the first one did, but it's got a lot more story and it's got a lot more, I don't know, background things that you learn that you need to know for context for the movie going forward and everything. I think that's kind of how these two films were. Avengers Infinity War was jam-packed with action from start to finish, and it makes sense why that movie wasn't as long. When you see this one being 3 hours, it makes sense why it's that long, because we do get exactly like I was thinking before. We get a lot of story in this movie, along with some of that action. Okay, and there's, you know, people talking about, you know, it's this movie is this long, and you know, and I kind of feel like in a lot of movies, especially movies that are this long, you can cut out a whole bunch of stuff. Like Steven Spielberg, go pick out one Steven Spielberg movie for me that you probably could just find maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes of stuff that you could cut from each one that could hit the cutting room floor and you would never notice. It wouldn't, I mean, this movie, I don't think there's those moments in there. I mean, handful of seconds here, handful of seconds there. Everything else about it, it's it needed those 3 hours. I could see why they didn't cut it. Here, and those interviewed were almost speechless because it was that good. It was. Yeah, Channel 5 interviewed people coming out of the 6 p.m. showing at the Chinese theater, and those interviewed were almost speechless because it was that good. It was that good. No doubt about it. Now, and that's the thing, like I said, these movies are the culmination of everything that's built up into them. So when I say it's hard to determine right now, let me get through the weekend here, it's hard to determine where it falls because, like I said, the reason we're so invested in these is because everything that's built to them. So is this movie better than Captain America, the Winter Soldier? Is it better than, you know, like Ant-Man for me, or Iron Man for somebody else, or Guardians of the Galaxy for somebody else? Is it better than those? It's really hard to say because these movies are the culmination of those movies. Without those movies, this movie couldn't be what it is at all. At all. This one especially. The Infinity War, it could probably be what it was without some of the things that we got in the MCU so far. This one absolutely needed everything we have got. There was big time payoffs if you've been with the MCU from the very start. Big time payoffs, even if you just are just hopping on and within the last few movies, and big time payoffs if you're fans of the comic books. Now, obviously not everybody that likes the comic books are going to be completely happy with it because, like I said, for me, some of the story arcs I like, kind of what got me back into reading recently, things happened in this movie, and that's what I really liked. It left me excited. Now, there are some people that don't like some of these things that I like in these comics that probably may not like some of these, they're not even callbacks, some of these nods to, I guess. Some people won't like them, but overall, this movie was really good. I think this movie's gonna smash records. Obviously, I think it is. You know, people are predicting if it's gonna break 3 million. Is it 3 million? Something like that. I don't know. I'm not a numbers person, but I think there's a close chance because, like I said, my local theater here where I live at, they actually started adding show times tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. I've never, ever, ever seen them open that early for a movie, ever. And the other thing I started to realize, like, I've seen Infinity War in the movie theater several times, and like this one, when it came out, before I even knew it was a good movie, man, I bought forward. I got tickets to go see it every single day, and for now until basically till Monday. I don't have a ticket for Monday, but if I can get one, I'm gonna go on Monday. Maybe, I don't know. I got stuff to do. It's gonna be a busy week next week for me, but so if I'm doing that, I know there's other people out there that are doing the same thing. And did we do that for Infinity War? I didn't go see Infinity War every day of the weekend for when it came out. I mean, sure, I probably went and seen it 2 or 3 times when it came out, but I mean that's a different story, and that's me because I'm a freaking nerd, and you too. Maybe you're a nerd too, and I don't know. I mean, they really drew us in, and obviously, if we can, and there is seats left, most of us, I think, that have seats to go see multiple showings over this weekend would actually take somebody with us if there's seats left. We would say, hey, come on, man, you gotta go with us. You gotta go this movie. And so anyway, I think I'm pretty much done here. I just wanted to give you guys my quick reaction, and that reaction is holy bejeebus, man. This movie is everything I wanted. There could be other things they could have put in it that I would have wanted, but it would have made the movie that much longer. They did everything that they needed to do to satisfy me for this movie. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I can't think of anything else they could have done. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff they could have done, but it would have made the movie longer. And just, no. This movie was exactly what we needed it to be. It was the 3 hours that it needed to be. I guess, and you know, in the end, by the time the movie is over, I guess I kind of felt like, God, there was this one time, I'm not sure if you guys might remember this, but back in the day, there was this wise man named Denny Green. He was saying, and I think this about the Avengers, is they are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook. Anyway, yeah, this movie is great. Make sure you all go out and see Avengers Endgame as soon as possible. I guarantee you, if you're a fan of these movies, you won't be disappointed at all. Of course, you know, not everybody's going to like everything, but there are some things that some people probably won't like, I'm sure. And there's a whole lot of things for people to like. There's a whole lot of moments in this movie. And that, you know, and that's the other thing. I guess this movie is just like a series of moments. It's a whole bunch of moments that, man, I guess just like the MCU is, you know, each movie is like a moment, and there's a whole bunch of moments that just added up to this, and it made it really good. What a ride, man. What a ride. I'm glad the day is finally here, and I was thinking, you know, we can stop. Now the theories stop for Avengers Endgame. Now they start for everything going forward. And I can't wait till, you know, we got Spider-Man Far From Home coming up. Obviously, other movies in production that we don't know about. I think there's a lot of movies in production right now we don't know about. We're going to learn about them coming up in the near future, and I can't wait. I so can't wait. I'm glad to have been on this year-long journey to wait for this movie. I hope you all join me on the journey for the next Marvel Cinematic Universe and on the journey to the next Avengers movie. Because is there going to be one? I don't know, but I certainly think there could be. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today and checking out my reaction here. Make sure, in case you don't know, you tune in to my show that I do every single Friday night at 8 p.m. called The Trailer Park Live, where I usually go over a few of the comic books that I bought for the week, kind of discuss them, and then talk about movies, music, rumors, and just things throughout the week. And obviously, it's Avengers Endgame week, but I'm going to have a really busy day at work tomorrow, and I haven't got a chance to read any comics from this week yet, and I've got to make it to another screening of Avengers Endgame tomorrow. So, tomorrow's show might be pretty short, and, you know, maybe we're going to do some more stuff here over the weekend. I did just drop a comic book review, and man, I'm glad that comic book review is actually becoming relevant. I'm glad it's becoming relevant right now as we speak. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Now, in case you don't already know, I'm going to be doing a giveaway as soon as we hit 200 subscribers here on the channel. I'm going to be giving away a copy of Warner Brothers' Aquaman. So, I'm going to be doing that as soon as we hit 200 subscribers. So to hit that 200 subscribers even faster, please make sure you share this with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content, and it notifies you when I do live videos like this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, like I said, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. And if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, enjoy it when you do get to see it. Enjoy. Have a good one. Bye.